What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. This spoiler for Maximum Gold is spreading through the community like wildfire and being heavily argued about because of the source. Carlancho store is usually an excellent place to actually find information about cards. They get stuff from the distro level, get it out there fast, and they're often a first look at what is happening. However, this time their source, while you see this picture and you see their name on it and you'll see it on their webpage, is not directly them, and to me it feels like a lot of educated guesses on what could happen, especially with the timing of Battles of Legend having its spoiler here. So you put Alistair, it feels a little more believable. Talked about cards like Harpy's Feather Duster and Bardiche. Yeah, the Phantom Knight support is coming, they could unban it, but you're first off missing the initial reveal cards on this photo. Second off, the number of cards on this photo are 69, nice, a meme number. And third off, let's actually go to the source that they link here, which is the King of Games. So Carlancho Store either trusts this website enough to fully put it out there as their own word, or when we translate this to English here, it says, exclusive Yu-Gi-Oh! Maximum Gold, ready for spoilers? Some whistleblowers have provided us with unofficial advances on Maximum Gold, an expanse that will be released in a while. Are you ready for the spoiler? So when I read this, I see the ability to pass the buck as, yeah, it was, you know, them that were wrong. We were totally in the right. And going back up that screen, well, Carlancho Store being like, yeah, I guess we shouldn't have jumped with this so early if anything were to go wrong. Tons of these cards have recently appeared in Market Watch, like Infernity Mirage. You have the Dragon Maid stuff. Well, usually it's the, now in recent history, March set that would reprint stuff inside sets. I could see Maximum Gold doing that. So it's a lot of things like, yeah, I could see that. The Ghost Girls, for example, were gold rare over in the OCG. So it's a conversation piece that gets you looking, and I just find it so unlikely this information would come out the same day as the release of the Battles of Legend spoiler that happened, which Konami didn't even mean to put on the database yet. Also, Golden Eldritch. I remember there being a conversation of a Konami employee saying something like, that would be nice to see in here, and you think they would do the Megaton promo, Nibiru, that freaking fast? Well, we are seeing Dark Ruler no more towards the Charmer structure, potentially. We could see that come on over here, too. A lot of these thoughts go, yeah, could be. It's very well thought out, but we've seen well thought out fakes in the community. Let's read through the source article again. I personally think this isn't real, but I have no way to disprove it, which is why so many people are going back and forth in the community. So don't take this just with a grain of salt. Take this with the entire salt shaker and make your own decisions based off of that. I wouldn't necessarily be throwing my Eldritches out the window onto the market just because of this list personally, myself, even though I don't have any. We are always working to get you all the news for Yu-Gi-Oh! Preview trading card game. Today we will give you a really super one. Thanks to our research, we managed some exclusive spoilers regarding Maximum Gold. We told you about the new release a short time ago, and today we can tell you that it will truly be an expansion not to be missed for any reason if you were passionate enough about the game. The reprints will be, in fact, many and all very interesting. So yeah, Gold Series typically is a ton of reprints, so this still just feels so educated guessing to me. Each Maximum Gold contains 4 envelopes of 7 cards each, a total of 28 per pack. Each envelope contains 2 premium gold rares and 5 gold rare cards. So like the gold rares are literally rares this time with gold foiling, if I understand it. The complete set contains 110 gold rare and 52 premium gold rare cards. Expected release date October 8th. So that's information we kind of knew about already. For all tastes, but really all, Maximum Gold spoiler. Everyone likes heroes, and particularly everyone looking for Stratos, especially since Ultimate was released in OTS 9. Now with Maximum Gold, you'll have it sparkling, but also under a new guise. So yeah, we know that it has an alter art. That was already confirmed. But then we start to get the new information along with Droll and Lockbird. We knew Apollosa. They're saying Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Polymerization, and classic cards. That does feel like Konami, right? So they're going with cards that we would feel like Konami would definitely put in here. It's also material for the lovers of Dragonzella, the dragons. Oh, so they're talking about the dragon maids, and they're not being very accessible before due to being short printed. They're gonna be in here, they're saying. Speaking of elusive cards, the Stardust Charge Warrior will be reissued, which originally did debut in Gold series. Released once in Gold, never reprinted until now. Also, Beatrice will be Gold Rare again, they're saying. And they continue to go down this list of cards. Shaddoll players play Invoked in general, there's something for you too. Expect surprises regarding Alistair. See, this just doesn't sound like something to me that a Konami employee would say. Shaddoll players love playing Invoked. Konami articles typically want you to think outside the box or specifically get excited for one specific archetype. I feel like they would be saying something with the reveal in Battles of Legend of Invoke stuff. Let's give an upgrade to another card. Alistair, this just does not feel like we're talking to a Konami employee if we're talking a whistleblower. It doesn't feel like somebody that really gets it. It feels like a lot of speculation to me, even reading through this. Nibiru doesn't magically appear after this for the reissue of Phantasme, and the Golden Lord I will be used a lot and consequently required. Does not even need to cheer. You should already be in ecstasy for maximum gold. So that actually starts to sound like they're writing. Remember the precious pools of molten gold that'll have you like the initial press reveal? That almost feels a little bit Konami like. Number 39, Utopia Lightning, is typically a closing card. So again, here we go. So, thanks to combo, it can be done with Utopia monsters. So, here on the list, we see Lightning. But Lightning was just in Battles of Legend. I get that it was a solid $15, but they're like, yo, here to here, that reprint was so good, let's do it again. Konami had a bad habit of that before, but they've definitely eased off of doing that. And Utopia Lightning has so many printings, and the fact that we know it's over in Battles of Legend, there's another red flag to me, you know? Like, here's Utopia the Lightning. Zodiac's Chakanine was hard to get. Dryden, you know, did get unbanned, so it would make sense for them to reprint it and put something alongside it. They're talking about cards from the ban list now to get people even more excited, because that would get people talking about it more. Harpy's Feather Duster and Barty. So that is something Konami could do at any time. They need to sell Lightning Storms more, though. And in my opinion, we want to see Harpy's Feather Duster unbanned until they're done selling Lightning Storm in the USA. Well, TCG in general, but I think about the markets when it comes down to it and prices. The TCG still has to reprint Lightning Storm, and while it would be great to have Harpy's Feather Duster, yes, a lot of back row decks are creeping around, you still have the Mind decks, I would love to see Harpy's Feather Duster. I think Barty's is actually more realistic, and I still think that's highly unrealistic, but we do have the Phantom Knight stuff coming out in a while, so they could have a product supporting Phantom Rage and the Phantom Knight stuff coming. It would make a little bit of sense. 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. This is what I'm saying. Whenever we actually... Let's just pull up the list at this point. You get my point of the article. Whenever we're looking at these are all cards that were recently talked about, between people like Infernity Mirage having a recent buyout, the barrier statues being something that people like. It's all cards you could see being in a Gold Series set. It seems like somebody methodically sat down and went through this with more thought than Konami themselves would. The Traptrix monsters already appeared Gold Rare for a time for most of these mentioned. It would be nice to see a debug reprint. The Dark Lord stuff, also nice. But a lot of these are also dual Devastator cards I'm seeing. Called by the Grave. You got Super Poly, which also appeared in the Shaddoll structure deck. I think Konami stepped off the trend of, you know, Foolish Burial Goods here, and to go Super Poly here, and here, and here, would be just a bit odd as well, even in the gold rarity where it would look really nice. If we look to the OCG set, we look to how this article is written, we see it coming out the same day as Battles of Legend, we see all these red flags. I personally don't buy into it. That's my take. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about it. Are you buying into this? Are you taking a bite with what's going on here, and this being the spoiler the same day that Battles of Legends happened to have its big reveal on YouTube? I do feel like Battles of Legend had to job a little bit, and having seen the spoiler, even more so, to Gold Series to make Gold Series look strong. Yes, wrestling references here. They put over Gold Series with Battles of Legend, but I don't think this is it. I can't see this really being the end game for Gold Series overall. It's just too much of the conversation that was already happening. It's too many cards that you could reason through, and there's not really whiffs like we typically see with Konami product. Like, the biggest whiffs would be classic cards that we would actually want to see, like Blue Eyes Dark Magician and the Red Eyes. So it makes too much sense to me, along with too many memes and red flags. Thanks for watching this video. What do you guys think of this reveal that is being heavily discussed? I still am going to go with my thoughts on that, but again, Carlancho's store, maybe they know something I don't. They're usually on the ball very heavily. I would say don't make financial decisions off of this, but instead use my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra to support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying on real reveals, such as the amazingness that has been Phantom Rage coming up.